Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for the Cuckoo's Fiancee, Chapter 71. When we last left our heroes, Sachi went out on a date with some guy from class. Nagi and Erika were a little bit suspicious, so they kind of snuck around in the shadows. We got a little bit of development on Erika's sort of growing realization of her feelings for Nagi, that again, I kind of thought she had reached already, but I guess not. And then Sachi drops that, yeah, I'm dating him because he's the smartest guy in class and he can help me pass my entrance exams, which is kind of a selfish reason to date someone, I suspect, but maybe we'll get more info on that. And Nagi seems a little bit uncomfortable with all this in a bad way. I'm not quite excited to see where this is going to go, but hopefully it will be better than my fears. Anyway, 71st foul. In that case, what's your conclusion? And our Instagram picture here is of Hiro kind of under an umbrella in the rain. She's got one of those, like, rain charms on it. Sachi was confessed to by a boy in her class. An unexpected new couple. So that was also kind of a thing in last week's chapter, is that Matsuda, I think was the boy's name, has this line about... Or Sachi says, "What was it that you wanted to ask me?" Which implies that it's kind of him confessing right then and there. But her line to Nagi about, let me see if I can find it real fast. It's like we've been dating. That's why I'm going out with him. Kind of implies that, like, that feels like both past and present tense going out with him. Like, this isn't quite a new thing. But it's a little bit obscure there. Maybe I'm just kind of misreading that. Anyway, we open right where we left off. With Sachi kind of needling Nagi. Does it bother you that I'm dating someone? Huh? What? And then Nagi sort of, like, denies, "Don't be silly, you're just my sister. You think I had to know everything my sister does?" I mean, given how he was reacting earlier, I'm still really uncomfortable with where this could be going, especially with that particular line of questioning. And Nagi kind of looks away in a bit of a sweat, almost embarrassed. "I'm your brother, so it's none of my business, right?" And Sachi sort of looks at him, and Erika asks, "Was that a question?" And then Sachi just turns away, almost kind of mad. Like, I get the sense that she wanted him to put up a fight, because she's, like, trying to make him jealous or something. And she turns away. "Let's go." "Huh?" And Erika runs after her. "Wait, Sachi-chan, won't you listen to your big sister for a sec? I'm your older sister, so seeing my little sister find a boyfriend first is really humiliating." I mean, she kind of has a fiancé in a sense. But alright. Then Nagi kind of is left to ponder. Does it bother me? And he kind of thinks about it. Is that even possible? Or do I have mixed feelings about it just like Amano-san does, since Sachi scored first? So he's sort of, that's definitely a better answer than he's jealous of Matsuda. But anyway, he thinks, that's it, right? And then the, like, walking light is on, like, stop. While Nagi is kind of, my words are escaping me today again, I don't know why. Is traveling the crosswalk. And someone calls, "Look out!" And Nagi looks up, and there's a bike headed towards him. Huh? Oh, that's Hiro. That's definitely Hiro on that bike. And Hiro kind of snaps. "The light was red, you know." And Nagi's, like, falling over on his ass. Sorry about that. And yep, it was Hiro. That's, like, the same outfit she wore on their biking adventure back in, what was that? Like, 47, I think? I forget when. But anyway. Yeah, it's Hiro. And the two of them kind of stare at each other. "Umino-kun? Seigo-san? Huh?" And then they go to, like, karaoke, I think. Shut up, shut the fuck up. I'm healthier than you think. You're just too mediocre to understand, perhaps. The song Hiro is singing is Usseewa by Ada. I don't know what it is, but it's a very sort of angry song, in case you couldn't tell. It's very... I've never actually, like, watched more than an episode or two of Agretzko, but it gives me very Agretzko vibes. And yeah, the two of them just, like, gone to do some karaoke. seemingly without Sachi and Erika around. Nagi's just like starstruck, clapping. Whoa, wow, that was so cool. You're really good at singing, Seigawa-san. Good enough that people would pay to see you sing even. And Hiro just tells him, would you top my glass off, please? On it. It's all you can drink after all. Nagi just sort of, doing whatever she wants, picks up the phone to call for a refill. That was refreshing. Man, I never thought I'd see the day. Going with Umino-kun to karaoke? Same here. Okay, so honestly, this is kind of the first time we've seen Erika since the end of the elopement arc, I think. And so this is kind of a maybe not a reset on their character dynamic, but definitely like a checking in post everything that happened there, and they're both kind of ignoring it, which is kind of understandable, I think, especially with everything going on in Nagi's head right now. He might not want to bring up the very complicated incident he got in with Hiro a couple of weeks ago. Anyway. Nagi, I think that one of them asked, I can't tell who, hey, do you know Short Circuit? It's one of my favorite songs. And next up is Short Circuit, me again. So yeah, I think it's Hiro at first, and then Nagi kind of throws the song to her. And so yeah, now we do actually get right to the fallout from the elopement arc, as Nagi asks, so the marriage interview is postponed? Yeah, so I had a talk with my mom, and for now I have until the end of summer break. Is that enough for you? Well, what can I do? I've just been running away. And you never know, he could be a nice guy after all, right? So we're kind of getting back to one of the main themes of that arc, and I'd argue the series at large, in that you have to face your problems head on. You can't just kind of run away. Nothing will ever happen until you confront things. Which is, sort of what Hiro's saying here. I have to kind of face my problems, and maybe it won't be awful. It might be awful, but it might not be. And Nagi kind of acknowledges that that's a possibility. And Hiro picks up the microphone. What about you, Umino-kun? Me. And then I guess he kind of fills her in on what just happened with Sachi. Sachi-chan got a boyfriend. And she kind of like looks kind of shocked, maybe knowing Sachi's thoughts for Nagi. Well, that's unexpected. And then Nagi kind of continues, and then she asked me, does that bother you? And Hiro kind of sits up. She's got to be testing you. Testing? All things considered, does it bother you or not? And Nagi, despite the fact that it should not bother him in the way it's bothering him, kind of adds, I don't know. That means it bothers you. Definitively. That kind of shocks Nagi. Is that how it is? Well, if your precious little sister got a boyfriend and looked happy, then you should be happy for her too, shouldn't you? Right. But for some reason, I just can't be. I don't like where this is, especially given what we kind of saw with Hiro back during, I think, like the mid-40s-ish, when both she and Soichiro were both kind of separately saying, well, wouldn't all the problems be solved if Nagi just got married with Sachi? Like, no, it really wouldn't, but okay, sure, whatever. So Hiro's role in the Nagi-Sachi drama is like not my favorite thing. Anyway, then Hiro like picks up the microphone. Then let's settle this once and for all. And the microphone gives a little like bit of feedback. To you, Umino-kun, is Sachi-chan a charming young girl, or is she just your cute little sister? And she like throws the microphone in his face, and Nagi just stares at her. I mean, again, this shouldn't really be a question. I feel like I'm repeating the same points over and over and over and over again, but it shouldn't really be a question. You don't get to, I don't know, let's just keep going. Answer me, Umino-kun. And Nagi kind of starts to sweat, and Hiro goes on. She's my little sister, but she's not. That's what you want to say, isn't it? In that case, what's your conclusion? And Nagi, there's our title line, by the way. And then Nagi grabs the microphone. I've got to go make dinner, so I'll be going home now. And he just bolts. Sorry. Okay. I mean, again, my moral and thematic parts of the series, I'm not happy, but that's just like a really funny reaction. He's just like, nope, I'm noping out of here. But Hiro kind of like watches the door where he left. And Umino-kun is flustered. He's so cute. And Nagi, comes back to the house. He walks in. I think I might just call it a day. And then he overhears, Erika and Sachi talking. Wow, you guys are already that close? Well, I guess. Well, he hugged me a lot. I think this is Sachi. And from there he pushed me down. What? No way! What an animal! And Nagi is sort of hearing all this, getting about to react, and he slams open the door. Stop it already! Just stop! And he sees Nagi and Sachi, or not Nagi and Sachi, Erika and Sachi just kind of sitting there in their like pajamas, gossiping on the couch. And Nagi goes on a rant. You don't think that's a bit fast? Just you start going out. I don't want to hear that coming from your mouth. Huh? Shut it! In any case, I won't let you date somebody like that, because it definitely bothers me. I mean, that's... If we're going to have to accept that it bothers Nagi that Sachi is dating someone, that's about as good a reason as I could think of. In that, like, it's because he's kind of forward and sexual, and not just the idea of his sister dating someone. Also, I did not talk about our money shot this week. On page 17, I kind of complained in last week's money shot that, like, Yoshikawa was kind of going to the same, like, resort kind of arched back, kind of taunting pose over and over again. And here we get a shot that's just not that at all. There's all these, like, action lines that kind of signify, you know, his kick, and his, like, head is moving and he's yelling. It's all very, like, action-packed. It's kind of an awkward pose for him. I definitely, you know, it's not quite as clean as a typical money shot. But it's definitely unique in a way that the money shots haven't really been in a while. So I can appreciate that. Anyway, after that whole rant Nagi goes on, Erika kind of looks at Sachi, and Sachi looks up in shock at Nagi. But we were just talking about Erika-chan's dogs. Okay. I mean, I kind of figured there'd be some kind of give there. Some kind of bait and switch. Then I kind of have to like, the lines kind of, honestly, looking at the lines, they don't read like that at all. Like, wow, you guys, like, normally this kind of bait and switch joke is like lines that can be read both ways. But you wouldn't say, wow, you guys are already that close with a dog. I don't know. But also I think then the lines kind of have to be reversed from how I was reading it. Because at first I was reading Erika saying, wow, you guys are already that close. But then I think it would have to be Sachi. So either their voices are so similar that at this point Nagi can't really tell them apart from a distance. Which might be possible, they are like sisters after all. Or maybe Sachi spent some time with Erika's dogs? I'm not quite sure when that would have happened, though. Either way, there's been a huge misunderstanding here. And that kind of just stuns Nagi. What? Sometimes they ask her to feed them for me. Wow, Nagi. Oh, yeah, so it was Sachi who's kind of been going over to that house. And Sachi teases, wow, Nagi, that desperate look on your face was super gross. But that wasn't about your boyfriend? Huh? And Sachi just sort of goes on, oh, that. I turned him down back then. Directly but politely. What? Which, looking back at the last chapter, does make a good bit more sense. As I kind of read this next line already. Nagi goes on, then what was that about dating him and stuff? You were being annoying, so I was just testing you. Which, again, makes kind of the continuity questions I had after last chapter make a bit more sense. The whole, we've been going out is just a lie. But still, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to like the ramifications of this. Testing? And Nagi just walks up the stairs, slams the door behind him, head in his hands. Just kill me. And Erika calls up, huh? Wait, Nagi-kun, what about dinner? And Sachi kind of grins triumphantly. I guess it did bother him after all. Despite the embarrassment, thank goodness it was just a misunderstanding. Next time, an unexpected contest breaks out. Okay, so my problems with this chapter are well documented over the past, several years. Not several years at this point, but year and a half at this point. My thoughts on Nagi Sachi have not changed in all that time. And I doubt they're particularly going to. I don't like it. I'm never really going to like it, I don't think. And my reasons are well documented, but can basically be boiled down to they are written so much like siblings that you cannot get around the fact that they are meant to be siblings, except in these specific moments where we're supposed to treat them as romantic, then all of a sudden they're not treated like siblings anymore, or they don't act like siblings with each other, which is just, it's annoying. I don't like it. It's bad. Yeah, y'all know. Y'all know at this point. That being said, let's talk about Hiro in this chapter. Specifically, what Hiro's end goal is here. Because it's kind of like, we've kind of accepted that on at least some significant level, Hiro is aware that she has feelings for Nagi, right? So after Erika apparently was not aware of her feelings for Nagi, who knows if I'm just reading too much into it. But I think it's fairly safe to say at this point, Hiro knows. That look at the end at the bottom of 15, when Umino-kun is flustered, he's so cute. She's aware. She's well aware. That she has some kind of feelings for Nagi. And so why would she sort of try to egg Nagi on into admitting that he might have feelings for Sachi, or at the very least see Sachi as someone besides a sister? I don't know what she gets out of that. It makes no sense to me. I don't know. I just can't quite wrap my head around it. I don't know. It's the thing that just really bothers me about Hiro. It's the one, Hiro is normally a really fun character, even if I'm not really a Nagi Hiro shipper. But I just enjoy having her around. But just the random, also she kind of is egging Nagi Sachi on in her spare time for some reason that comes up every several chapters or so. I just don't understand it at all. I don't know. It's just, no Sachi chapter I'm not gonna like any Sachi chapter. I think we all kind of know that at this point. That's just the one thing in the series I can't really get behind. The earlier Sachi chapters worked because they didn't quite, it took a little while, so around 24 or 25, to kind of acknowledge, to kind of definitively know going back, we're supposed to read these two as romantic. Because in the earlier chapters, they're very kind of sibling-like. And that still is there occasionally in the newer chapters. But it's also kind of threaded with this sudden, does Nagi have feelings for his sister? Which, again, I don't like. Y'all know I don't like. So yeah, we'll see. Next time is going to be about some kind of contest. I don't know what's going to go on there. I honestly really don't have any clue what that even is going to be about. Either way, though, before I sign off, I do want to kind of touch up on the development with Hiro and the marriage interview. Sort of being, it's been postponed. She's going to sort of, it's not right away, but Hiro does still have to face it. Which, again, is kind of one of the main themes, is that you can't keep running away from your problems. You have to tackle them head on. Which, is an important theme. I tend to not do that, but let's not talk about that problem. So yeah, again, Hiro's a character I really like, but then she just has these, are you into Sachi? This just why? From both a I guess moral standpoint, and from a character standpoint, what does she gain from that? I never quite understood. But yeah, that's this chapter. The Sachi arc seems to be over. I don't want to think about it anymore. Let's think about something else, like this unexpected contest, which will hopefully be some fun. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe. Do whatever makes you happy, And as always, people, your life is your own, okay? Bye!